Hello, I'm Bethany Rivers and I'm just going to read a few poems from my latest collection, which is called The Sea Refuses No River, which was brought out by Fly on the Wall Press. Thank you, Isabel Canyon, that was really fantastic of you. So I'm just going to read a few poems from this. The first one is after Rebecca Perry and Jonathan Safran Foer. It's called Tea and Buttered Toast. All the beaches with their sandy beating hearts time the pauses between waves, in, out, in, out, in, out, waving tea under your nose like your mother used to. I like eating butterfly buns on the beach, on a buttered beach with sandwiches made by your freckled hand, toast rising on buttered fingers, from my plate to your mouth, from in the depths of your heartbeats. Other, 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 other. I want the last word to be tamed. I is, I am, I is, you are. You wanted to be enough, not be more, not be all there is, just to have enough butter on. The second poem I'm going to read is called Every Garden is a Gift, and it was inspired by a painting by Grace Cossington Smith. Every garden is a gift. You said, I have nothing to say except bring me love. I never forgot that night. It was the night before you died. Silence falls like petals. There are clothes in the wardrobe now, books on the shelf. This can only mean I've moved in, finally. A book is a home you return to. Outside the sun shines. The window and mirror combine to bring the sunshine in. The garden captured, perfectly framed in the wardrobe mirror. No body now, only a frame, your eyes closed. And I'll just read the last two poems of the collection. And one of the flowers I often write about is daffodils. I love daffodils. And this one is called I Turn to the Daffodils. Along the verge of the farm track, the sunshine they've sucked up and accumulated all spring, how they shine it back on the greyest of days. Even clouds have no definition. Daffodils torch my thoughts. How I want to be like them, consumed by and shining out my own sunshine. Instead of being a swamp who's forgotten her words. There's the occasional caw of crow, but the cows are quiet and still. It's a Sunday, a death day, or too much solitude, or too much family, or too much dread of Monday morning. The daffodils' delicate musk vanished with yesterday's sun. I bend to them, turn my face into their yellowness, the only colour alive in the depth of grey. I bend the stalk near the bottom and hear the break of it, between my finger and thumb. Lift it heavenward, view it against the blanket of grey, and my hand heats up, gets hotter and hotter and hotter. The flame of the sun ebbs from the daffodil into my hand, along my wrist, up my forearm, along my upper arm, rounds out my shoulder, creeps along my veins to the heart, punishes me with blinding heat. I drop the daffodil, fall to my knees, weep with no tears, the aching ache. I have been burned. I am glad. And the last poem that I'll say, which is the last poem of the collection, The Sea Refuses No River, and it's called 7 Full Stops. Some people speak with no full stops, and they build half-walled mazes with crashing paths, never finishing a sentence, or when my father completed his full stop, I learnt how to change it into an ellipsis or a dash, ignoring the question mark, hanging on to the comma. Jack used full stops, but would erase them as soon as they hit the page. I never knew which statements were true at any given time. Virginia Woolf sentences seem to run as far as possible for as long as possible, with as many phrases as can possibly be daisy linked together before eventually finally arriving at that longed for full stop. If I was a full stop, I would be pink on Mondays and blue on Sundays. I keep trying to full stop, but the comma keeps lending its tail. Perhaps the full stop is nothing but a beautiful, mesmerizing circle. Earth, sun, moon, endlessly full, never stopping. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.